Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Hovering around the top side of the map. Remember that Grubs are spawning in about 25 seconds. Humanoid, again, with good pressure in the mid lane matchup. CS advantage is coming across the board as the ultimate comes down from Oscar.
Yeah, the equalizer down. Lot's going to try and dash his way away from this with the skip and slash, but Oscar flashes. Flame Spitter's enough, and he survives as well with the triumph. Oscar triumph though for Mickey. And Upset has been going softly so far. Really comes online when you get towards that 6. Obviously, combination of the Feather Storm and the quickness so powerful for that 2v2. It's one of the reasons Zyra Khan is sought after. Jackie's going to jump in here. We'll get the reset as that explosive shot goes off. Looking for a little bit more damage. Has the buster shot as well, but doesn't quite do 300. Isma waiting around the corner as Razor begins to step forward. He flashes for it, and I don't think he was expecting Isma to be waiting in the wings. He'll dash away though. Jackie's surviving from now. Does have a flash of his own. Will use it across the wall. The collapse beginning to come in as Mickey can move from the bot lane first. Jun's going to try and stop him though, and will do so with the staggering blows. Hooks Mickey, but not before the grand entrance does get the knock-up. Isma's going to die to Humanoid. Mickey falling low. He'll dash back. That ignite's going to be enough. The honey fruit, the honey fruit, the honey fruit for Mickey. Gobbles them up and manages to stay alive.
So close.
It's hard to tell when you just cut to the action and then you see someone jumping in like that.
I was also just listening to someone rant
about Yone, yeah. But I'm just trying to embody the general audience. As Humanoid does go onto Lot here. Remember, no flash, no ghost for Lot. Then you know what? Coming out, exhaust on Humanoid's almost enough. Lot almost cuts down Humanoid, but in the end won't be able to survive the onslaught of Razor. 3-0 now to Fnatic.
That's not a word.
So Shaco.
That's what I think.
Shaco?
Shaco's very British, I will say.
Honestly, it's a proper noun. They can pick how they want it to be pronounced. That's what I do with Warwick, even though it should be Warwick.
Razok is ready to contest this.
That he is. He's going to come around the corner. Upset's on his way as well. Razok flashing in. The Drake secured. Isma flashes away. And the chase continues, though, with the quickness coming out. Isma, now with no flash, is down. Upset gets the kill. It's 4-0. And although, you know, Isma had a bit of fancy feet to get away from Razok's ult, the chase.
The first tower advantage to Fnatic. So I was questionable. I thought the play was questionable, sorry. Herald wanted about a minute and a half. Item spikes have come through for Fnatic, and they're poised and eager for a fight. Might just find one.
Hey, Razok's just stepping in here. It's a 2v3 right now. TP's coming in from either side. Good Impale will catch 2. Death charge onto Humanoid. Upset at Mickey here though now, and with the quickness available, Mickey could look to go in. Equalizer on Jun. He has to flash away. The rest of GIANTX scattering to all the 4 corners of the map and will manage to escape overall. I mean, what did we lose? A flash here, a TP there. Both the top laners did teleport in.
Like, Fnatic do not want to overstay their welcome on the top side of the map and run the risk of going for that tower and a potential misplay.
One of the small risks for Fnatic is that they are 2 dragons down and the 3rd one up in a minute and a half. A big risk for Mickey, though, is with that buster shot following. It's enough for GIANTX to get on the board for the first time here. And as we said before, though, no ghost, no flash. So as soon as someone's out of his range, unless he has that skip and slash up, it's a bit hard to continue the chase. Razok is looking for some pressure down towards this bottom side. A minute on the Drake. Some vision in here would help them out a lot. Upset's on his way up towards the top lane, and Lot is in a lot of bother. A spot of it, perhaps, as Upset chases him down. There's the root, and even through everything that Lot can do, Oscar in actually picks up the kill in the end with the Leandrix.
All Oscar. Upset coming in with the assist.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Should be another tower secured for Fnatic as they extend the kill score to 5. The goal difference not really changing, but after securing this tower, they should be able to gain a greater advantage. And notice, the only advantage...
Domino for them. They get top tower, they push in top, they get this Rift Herald, they then use the Rift Herald mid to take mid tower while they can also pressure around the Dragon, but they are going to be a little bit late to this Dragon, as you say, Veddy. Razok should be able to secure this, doesn't really want to use the Smite unless he has a second charge waiting, which he might, and he does, as he smites the Rift Herald. Hex Flash into the hook, they dive onto Mickey immediately. He's stunned up, he's locked down, and GIANTX get a quick kill, a pick kill on the Fnatic support, and because of that, Fnatic realize they can't really pressure around this Drake anymore, so GIANTX will be honest if they can double up on the bot side. Jun though with Noah been able to find a few of these picks. Isma coming around the corner, tries to get onto Humanoid. Will be able to get the stun. He dashes back, but look at the damage running Humanoid. Quickly across the wall. TP coming in, a 3-man impale from Razork. Humanoid falls first, but now with the equalizer burning through Isma and through Jun. That's 2 to Oscar, actually 2 to Upset. Oscar falling low though as Lot tries to dash forward, but he's interrupted by Mickey just in time to save his top laner. 3 kills to Fnatic.
Mispositioning from Humanoid turns into a massively one-team fight.
That's actually only the AD carry so far there. Upset also has an extra BF sword over Noah though. He's in prime position to carry a fight if he is needed or required to. As Fnatic will start up the Artican, and expectations are GIANTX can't really challenge. They are starting to make their way across here though. Oscar in and has that equalizer again. Mickey's going to jump in. True Shot Barrage coming out as well. The TP behind here by Jackie's. Humanoid's a long way away. The equalizer has been popped by 1000 on the Artican. Looking to run out of patience. Humanoid now TPing up above them all as Noah dashes away. Jun getting burnt down. Jackie's already dead. And it's all gone wrong for GIANTX. The smite landed by Razork as well. They'll pick up Voracious. Isma having to flash away. Noah needing to dash the wall, but the chase continues. Razork puts it down the Rifthold as they know this chase will continue. Fnatic find 3 again, and they're looking to crack through topside.
I mean, I feel like that is the final nail in the coffin for GIANTX in this game 1. A convincing team fight once more, securing 3 kills, unlocking the top tier 2, the mid tier 1. The map is falling apart.
Because right now, Fnatic have just taken a lane lead and absolutely blown GIANTX out of the water.
They certainly have. This is 2 allowing Upset and Mickey to just keep punishing him. And then Humanoid just with some really nice trades onto Jackie's in a matchup that should be a lot worse earlier.
Upset just blast coned into a 1v3, and Jun is the one walking away. Noah's dashing away as well. Obviously, Humanoid and Razork were waiting around the corner. They could have come in. Mickey looking for Jun, and he takes him out. Used the quickness to do so. I mean, that's the Portal combat if I've ever seen it. Oscar winning, though, getting chased down by Jackie's and Isma. That will be a good shutdown to Jackie's. Put some more gold in his pockets, but it's too little too late, you have to feel, as Fnatic will take another tower off this push.
Focus becomes Baron. Likely the last objective that Fnatic will need to close out this game. They're fishing for a pick, and they may have found one.
Jackie's has to flash away, but there's the Impale again. And that Tristana is done for. Second time he's died this game, and Fnatic, they've done a really good job of finding these picks before fights, or finding these picks at the start of fights, allowing them just to set up around objectives. We saw it at the Artican, now we'll see it around the Baron as well. Isma can look for the steal, but Mickey's hovering around the backside of the Baron to make sure that Isma can't quite get in as easily as he would like. Doesn't have the flash either. True Shot Barrage goes in, there's the Baron secured, and Fnatic will dive over the wall, and Isma immediately dies as well. 14 kills to 4, 12,500 gold, the lead for Fnatic. It is all done but them walking it through this base.
A clinical demolition in favor of Fnatic as they set their sights on the final towers defending the base. The inhibitors soon to fall.
Do you think when Oscar said that you're #1 to Noah, that Upset took it personally? He's just like, hey, I'm just not going to die. I'm going to have like a 3,000 gold lead by the end of the game in the isolated 1v1. Obviously, League a team game and bot lane. Yeah, there wasn't too much action there in the early game. Upset taking a bit of a chunk, the Locket coming out, as well as Mickey falling low. True Shot Barrage won't be enough to kill off the Rakan. He can just dash out. Is standing on vision, but Baron Empowered Recall should be enough. Upset can use the last second of that to get back quicker himself, save 3 whole seconds.
Mid-game of all time, but pretty solid, I would say. I'm impressed with what Duffman can do in such limited time.
Good on you, Duff. You've transported Fnatic from a team that wins the early game and then plays mid-games okay sometimes to a team that really wins the early game and then has played mid-game okay one time. Great job. I will say GIANTX haven't left us much to wonder about as to whether they've improved a lot since winter. At least off this game, things haven't really seemed to change for them. They had a great start to the winter split, but then really fell off as the split went on. Oh, Upset's being caught, Featherstorm coming out, double impale, and he brings the roots back, those feathers just absolutely ripping through. It's a double already for Upset, and they're looking for more. Lot, Noah, and Jun forced back to the fountain. The Nexus towers will be forfeit, as will the Nexus. Fnatic off to a flying start here in spring.
I mean, I do have some question marks around how Nocturne is going to work, because again, he's going to be diving in. You have so much disengage that, like, let's say the Nocturne goes in and the Rel is there, Renata ultimate comes through, advise against. And in your medical profession, I would imagine that you'd never or rarely see positive ones as Razork sets his sights.
Flash stun, seismic shove back, and that's beautiful from Fnatic. Well played by Razork to flash in with that shield. Has to respect the fact that after that Q, or as the Q animation comes out, Jun could have flashed, Humanoid would be stunned, so he has to preemptively flash away. Otherwise, he was a gun in that play from Razork. We haven't really seen too much action in any of the lanes. I do think Humanoid's flash being burnt by Jun earlier on means that he hasn't been able to be as active on the map, because something you want to do on Taliyah is get out and roaming. I think that's why he's kind of been relegated to the bot lane, is to keep him a little bit safer, because he knows, well, there's only one gank path for anyone that wants to try and get towards me here. As Upsets is able just to play through mid. Jackie's going in here. Paranoia coming out as well as they dive onto Mickey, who flashes the wall. Isma there with a flash chase, and they will get the kill. Razork, the one bailed out there by Mickey. Interesting decision there from the Fnatic. So you Q early enough, and you have enough ability haste. Can't you ultimate and then Q again at the end?
No.
Pretty sure you can.
No.
Pretty sure you can.
No.
Well, the Nocturne Genius says you can't, and I trust him. Ability haste will say 7 seconds. Okay. It lasts for 5 seconds. So if you Q, wait for 4 seconds, press ultimate, and then land and Q again, it would work. Betty as Razork looks for a bit of a flank here. Drake was secured by Fnatic, and he just jumps out as Jun jumps across. So all good so
Bit of
far.
swippy-swappying. Jun, though, you can't swippy-swappy out of this one.
Good. Stunned again. Handshake will pull him back. Paranoia again from the Nocturne as they dive onto that backline. There is a bailout available here. Isma needs to survive for long enough, and he does. In the end, he will fall, though, so it's a 2-for-1 exchange for Fnatic.
Bit of an overstay there from Jun, I feel. It seemed that he was very confident that they could turn that into a winning fight as Oscar gets brought underneath the tower, going to be forced to flash away. Lot's going to commit to the play.
Yeah, Lot's going to keep going in. Oscar has the public execution. Will dash forward again. Drake Handstep doing a lot of work here. Public execution flashed away by Lot. Lands the Q3, but goes out of that all-out form, so doesn't think he can trade any further.
Junglers.
Yeah, Razork's also on his way.
Okay, well, that was a bit disrespectful from Razork, interrupting a valiant top lane brawl.
Oh, Humanoid, Magnus Storm going in. Jackie's able to catch him out with the Shadowing Strike as well from Jun. Flash forward from Jackie's knocks Humanoid back, and although Jackie's was knocked back with the seismic shove, he does get the shutdown. GIANTX springing to life.
It is within the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then a 15-minute nap, especially, like, would highly recommend if you're ever doing a long drive.
I do the coffee into 20-minute nap.
Oh.
Really solid. Emperor's Divide going to knock back here. Public Execution coming out as well. The flash forward from Isma. Look at the fear behind. Jun coming in from the side, and Oscar doesn't have any tools left in his toolkit to escape this wrench of a situation.
I mean, Isma's presence is definitely being felt in this second game. He's finding a lot of successful plays. He finds a good gank on the top side of the map. Fnatic desperately trying to cross-map.
It's the first tower angle. And looking to try and take it early enough. Lot gets the flash out of Razork. Fnatic still collapsing here. 4 members strong. Lot's doing everything he can. Goes all out. Mickey takes the tower shot. Burst tower's going to fall in the top side. Secured by GIANTX. Lot will go down. The bailout on Razork keeps him alive. But that was first tower over to GIANTX, which I think gives them the feats. I think it's only Jun who's got something to say about it. Lot's going to TP in. Jun going behind them here does have that Magnet Storm available. The Drake patience has run out with Fnatic as GIANTX, with their 1.5k gold lead, are starting to push in and gain control over this river. Paranoia up in about 15 seconds time or so. Jun goes in, Mickey flashes away from the Magnet Storm, handshakes him back and pulls him back into the team. Hostile takeover, only landing onto a couple, but Noah's one of them, so he'll put a couple of Gatling guns into the back of Lot. Fnatic still on the back foot slightly. They will get mid lane prio. Public execution in into the seismic shove. Oscar in and finds his man and brings home the guillotine, and now Fnatic are on the chase. The Drake secured for them as well as Razork is going to take that. Lot has to flash the wall. The Weaver's wall out from Humanoid. He's going to be on the wrong side of dodge for a moment. Pulled back by Lot, almost to safety. A 1-for-1, the exchange. Oscar in and now between Isma, Noah, and a hard place that he can dash and dance his way back to safety. Fnatic will get their third Drake of the game and have actually got about 1,000 gold back out of that gold lead.
A scrappy team fight in game one, and some of these engages we're seeing as well. Getting caught out around where he was standing earlier, giving Fnatic 2 kills as well. And now again, he might be caught.
jump over the wall, but the Weaver's Wall is going to chase him. Has to flash into the Razor Beak pit. Dodges the seismic shove. Razor coming forward, though, with that stun. And in the end, Jun goes down. I agree with you, Reddy. Jun against his former teammates has had a struggle bus of a game and a struggle bus of a series overall. And it's hard for him here as well because he is the primary engage. He's the one that needs to be leading, and you can see how he saw an angle, paranoia into great flank Magnet Storm, and then just follow up from the rest of the team.
My concern for GX is that Noah doesn't have the upgraded Aura mana just yet. We're 22 minutes into the game, and it's a crucial spike for him to have.
He went Cull early, which did delay his tier purchase, so
what?
Wasn't able to get it as soon as he wanted.
And right now, GX at least have control of the mid. They have early access into the bot side river, but there's some nice wards for a potential TP. I think Fnatic was stalling for Humanoid to complete his Leandries, which he now has. He's going to regroup rather, thanks to the Hex Gates.
Okay, so a couple of flank wards behind Fnatic here. Lot is catching the wave in the top side. Jun will be spotted as he comes out of this bush. Fnatic can start up the Drake. They have a control ward in there as well, and Jackie's is down to half HP. The poke from Fnatic is very solid. A grand Starfall from Razork. Well, did grand something all there. He wasn't really able to find any engage. TP behind now from Lot. Humanoid catching the mid wave. Jun stepping in. Oscar in and putting him in his place and forcing him to use the crash down.
This is coming through. Jun, he doesn't have a TP available, but he wants to get some HP back, so he's going to go back to base.
I mean, he can sprint out from it. Does have those home guards, and there's also Hex Gates,
I guess
right?
they're relying on. Looks like he will be able to regroup fairly quickly as Fnatic secures the mid tier 1.
Mickey's still flanking. Oh, a hostile takeover from here.
I mean, GX are just playing spectator right now.
Yeah, and look at how Humanoid's pushing mid, right? Like, he's already taken one tower out of this. He can look for more. Fnatic are just delaying and delaying and delaying and saying, okay, we'll take as much of your objectives as we can. The paranoia coming in from Isma. They dive onto the Pantheon. Magnet Sword from Jun onto 2, though, into the double knockback. Humanoid flashing away. Hostile takeover is going to connect only onto Jun. But Fnatic are able to get away from the engage. That's Magnet Storm, Emperor's Divide, Paranoia all used. Fnatic walk out relatively unscathed.
GX try to force the issue. They engage onto Razork. The spell shield doesn't quite come quickly out enough for Isma, meaning he gets CC'd up, and now Fnatic with the TPs, double TPs, back on the objective.
Jackie's doesn't even have TP, and he's just gone back to base. This is Hexal. Fnatic secure it, 25 minutes in. GIANTX just a little too quick on the trigger. They weren't losing a lot, but like Paranoia was so far away from the rest of the team.
They felt very pressured by Fnatic, and credit to Fnatic for being so patient in that position. They allowed Humanoid to just keep chipping away at that mid-tier 2. They knew they had mid control. They knew that they had the damage coming out from Upset. They had Razork's spears. They had the mobility of Oscar. And they were just slowly chipping away at GIANTX's HP bar, knowing that they would have to commit to the fight if they wanted that fight. And when they did, Fnatic found ways to disengage from that exchange and convert it into the Dragon Soul. Now it's GX with position around Arakan. Of course, Humanoid is top lane. He doesn't have TP available.
Upset Mickey and Oscar in. It might just try and have to fight a 5v3. Humanoid's on his way down. Weaver's Wall,
winning the
5 seconds away. They have so much poke. Like, Upset is 2 lethality items complete. Arakan will go for the reset. Isma's recall was stopped, and we have another pause. I believe it was GIANTX Noah who came in with that pause, so we'll see exactly what's going on.
They're going to start that.
Okay, so Razork does have the Grand Starfall, but do you think they just like, well, they don't know?
They don't know.
They don't know.
Can we see GIANTX's vision?
I can tell you, that area is dark.
Yup.
Oh, now they know.
Now they definitely know.
But they're going for Baron. The question is, do they know the Humanoid and, well, Razork's not there, but does have the Grand Starfall. So GIANTX are going to go for the Baron. Their enemies have a false life. Humanoid is waiting around the corner here to see if perhaps he can find a pick. Upset's on his way across, as is Mickey. Obviously, Razork has Grand Starfall towards the bot lane originally.
They're going to get this.
They're looking for it. Paranoia coming out, looking for that smite. Secured by Isma. Weaver's Wall in by Fnatic. Lot on the wrong side of the wall. Will be killed off the Baron empowered recall. Enough from Isma to escape. So, GIANTX get out with the Baron. Fnatic have the Arakan. They have that false life. Mickey's going way too deep here. Okay, Mickey. That was not fine at all, my friend. A couple of 100 gold goes over to GIANTX. They upped the gold from previously. Noah, I think he could have finished his recall there.
No, it got interrupted by the Soul.
Oh, by the Hextech Soul.
Yep.
Okay. Makes sense. Fnatic, though, will use the fact that they do have pressure in this lane to take another tier 2. The question is, for the next 2 minutes, 20 seconds, what can GIANTX do with this Baron buff?
I mean, I think that helps.
So like, it's an important thing for viewers who perhaps don't know the value of these souls. It's like, that's about a 5,000 gold lead because of the Hex Soul. You get the slows, you can see Mickey able to be really aggressive with it. Too aggressive, one might say, and I think one would probably be correct. The bailout coming out, Paranoia from Isma kills off Mickey, but Mickey did buy enough time for the rest of Fnatic to collapse, and that means Jackie's is dead, and a lot of the wave clear now from GIANTX has fallen away.
That is a good death,
yeah,
I will say. I think that he did a good job of trading his life for enemy mid laners. A lot of the wave clear now gone. They converted into another tower. The ultimate from Razork.
The Weaver's Wall, Grand Star Ball, Magnus Storm coming out as well. Upset was taking out the tower. Chain of Corruption going right down. Razork will fall back with the false life. Humanoid taking up a couple of tower shots himself as well. Jun could look for this. Doesn't have the flash. In the end, Fnatic really just pushing back on GIANTX as much as possible. There's only a minute left on this Baron, and they had negative 500 gold from it. Usually you get 1.5k just from taking the Baron. So that's actually negative 2,000 overall for GIANTX.
Yeah, it's, I mean, it was in response to the Otacon, which
35 seconds time. Where are we in terms of summoners? Everyone's got flash apart from Isma and Jun, who does have that Hex flash. An issue, public execution there from Oscar Rinin, doesn't connect. That's one ultimate down. Seismic shove going out as well. Razork underneath the tower. Oscar trying to dive in. A great Emperor's Divide into the Magnus Storm, and though with the Paranoia, immediately everyone flashes away. Isma looking for 2 as Humanoids chase down. Oscar Rinin already fallen as well. GIANTX coming out on the right side of the trade. 3 for 2 so far in their advantage.
Yeah, I think Fnatic went a little too deep underneath the tower. Didn't respect the damage. And GX are able to find a good fight. Of course, they will be forced to recall. They're likely going to lose this mid tower. Oh, I stand corrected. Fnatic choosing to reset. But crucially, the Elder is now alive. Isma is alive. The Smite is available. And so the pressure falls onto Fnatic's shoulders. They have to stop GIANTX from securing this objective. And GIANTX want to clear this as quickly as they can.
Paranoia about a third of the way before it comes back off cooldown. Isma has that GA as well. Jun keeping Mickey up at bay. Lot does have TP, as does Humanoid, but he's 10 seconds away. The Elder Drake for GIANTX seems to be their prize from winning that play. A little delayed from when they would have wanted it, but GIANTX will get the Elder. Fnatic weathered the Baron Storm well. Can they weather the next 2.5 minutes? Taking their bets and playing down towards this bottom side, trying to get something on the other side of the map. It's only Jun here to defend right now. Jackie's does have TP. He is back towards the tower. As you say, Mickey's dead. And I believe you may be correct in your assertion, Betty. Isma will take the kill. 5-1 now on this Nocturne.
He is making it work, and now the Baron becomes an easy objective to play for. GX have swung this game around. A little bit of over-aggression from Fnatic ends up being punished massively. And with this objective, GX can really start to put pressure back onto Fnatic's side of the map. Fnatic, though, doing what they can on the bot side. Jackie's wisely providing wave clear, mitigating their options. Now, this is where you'll start to see GX's range really come to fruition.
The teleport sitting at 3.5 completed items. Jackie's has almost got his Rabadon's death cap complete on this Azir. The scaling very much has come out for GIANTX. Paranoia used Handshake on Noah. Magnus Storm in. Upset has to flash away. Public execution from Oscar Rinin. He'll tick down, but won't quite fall. A hostile takeover hits on 3. Oscar Rinin goes down into the bailout, though. Lot keeping Razork busy. Humanoid looking for the damage from the side, and Humanoid will get the shutdown. There's 2 more just waiting for him. Razork kills off Lot, and now Humanoid can chase further forward. The Weaver's Wall Shattering Strike from Jun will save his jungler, but Fnatic with the TP to the side with Humanoid coming in are able to turn the fight on its head.
What happened? GX was in such a good position with Baron. Even though the Elder had fallen off, they could just work their way towards securing the bot tower, the mid tower, but then they overforce, they dive underneath the tower. They give Fnatic an angle to outplay them, and they do just that. They're setting their sights on GX's Nexus as they secure their first inhibitor. There's only Isra alive for now.
He has the paranoia up in 2 seconds time, but immediately he's jumped on, flashes away. Will pop the paranoia. The wave's still there though. He dives back in and immediately gets put into the GA. We'll get the fear onto Mickey, but the Nexus towers are going to fall though. And GIANTX from the brink of victory. They have clutched defeat. Fnatic knocking on the Nexus. Oscar in here to join the party. Lot, Jun, and Noah trying to defend, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to. Look at the healing on Razork through the Sundered Sky. Jackie's has to flash away. Fnatic all quite low though. Forcing Noah back. A couple more autos on the Nexus will be enough. An upset has his eyes on the prize. A 2-0 for Fnatic as they start off spring in winning ways.
Game 2 got very messy.